как и бред. Так что kiss me меня, kiss me меня. Kiss, 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 kiss me меня.
Well, it looks like Twitter's gone. They accepted the money and Elon Stalin is taking over. So fuck you, Twitter, and goodbye forever, you insane Q-like forum. Or soon to be insane like Q-like forum. Peace out. Bye.
Elon Musk, this is directly to you. Enjoy Twitter. I just deactivated mine. I will not be reactivating it. Enjoy.
I deactivated my account and deleted the app. That's what I think of it. Fuck Elon Musk.
Today, Twitter has announced that they've been bought by Elon Musk, or however you say his name. I'm not interested in staying on Twitter anymore because of this, and I think there's a lot of people that are about to leave. So I just wanted to let everyone know that you can find me here. I'm going to also share this on Twitter before I deactivate my account so that anyone who wants to follow me can find me here as well.
Hey, I did a thing today. I deactivated my Twitter account. You can too.
Elon Musk's $44 billion hunt for social media giant Twitter ended late last night, with the tech company finally putting its hands up and saying, Elon, you've won. $44 billion, that's $54 per share of Twitter, in an all-cash deal that the world's richest man has put on the table, taking Twitter, a legacy social media company, one of the pioneers of social media in Silicon Valley, and making it overnight a private company. Take a look.
A 16-year-old social media platform with more than 200 million active users. Among them, most of the top celebrities and world leaders. With a whopping 500 million tweets every day, the control of this influential behemoth now shifts to the world's richest man, Elon Musk. It's been just 4 months since Musk started stocking up on Twitter shares. On the 4th of April, he announced he owned more than 9% of the company. 3 weeks later, he owns the company. The way Musk has blitzed into the Twitter boardroom has even the White House concerned.
What I can tell you as a general matter, no matter who owns or runs Twitter, the president has long been concerned about the power of large social media platforms, the power they have over our everyday lives, has long argued that tech platforms must be held accountable for the harms they cause.
The concern is not difficult to understand. Musk calls himself a free speech absolutist and has frequently criticized Twitter's moderation. Political activists expect that a Musk regime will mean less moderation and reinstatement of banned individuals, including former President Donald Trump. While conservatives have cheered the prospect of fewer controls, some human rights activists voiced fears of a rise in hate speech. A statement released by the eccentric billionaire listed his other priorities. He wants Twitter's algorithm for prioritizing tweets to be public and objects to giving too much power to the advertisers. Musk also declared a war on bots, which he said were responsible for spam and scams. Other changes expected include an edit button, though it's not clear yet how it will work. Meanwhile, the future of the current Twitter CEO, Parag Agrawal, is still uncertain. He, however, did receive a vote of confidence from his previous boss and Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey, who credited Agrawal and Musk for getting Twitter out from an impossible situation. What also works in favor of the Indian origin CEO is the fact that Musk has no prior experience with managing a social media platform. He may boast of an 85 million strong following on Twitter, but he's more comfortable coding and, as the world has seen the past month, engineering mega billion-dollar takeovers. Bureau Report, India Today.
Elon Musk is not buying Twitter for financial reasons, although he thinks he can make some money on it. He's buying it for ideological reasons. And I think that's the really important part in all of this. And that's ultimately what's scary.
Free speech without rules is just chaos. So I think a lot of the rules will stay. I think that we'll probably see things start to shift more subtly, though, both as Elon has influence, but also I think people who strongly oppose that will start to leave Twitter.
It's also the question that's going to be hardest to answer. I think that if he undoes a lot of the work that has been done trying to protect against sort of normatively bad speech, such as misinformation and especially hate speech, that's going to be a bad day for Twitter users.
Musk, as he said the other week, recognizes that Twitter is effectively the public square. It's become the public square in America. We may not like that, but that's what it's become. And when the public square suddenly has not just superintendents who can police it, but also people who pretend not to be policing it, but actually are, who ban people and take them away without anyone knowing that they've been taken away or banned, then there's something rotten. The platform needed to be reformed. It desperately needs to be reformed. And here's the thing. As far as I can see to date, Twitter took on this responsibility of being the public square and was totally unfit for the task. You know, they silenced and effectively banned for a period a paper I write for, the New York Post, because it was running information, a great story ahead of an election it just didn't want to get out there. Meantime, you know, other papers are allowed to say things that are actually untrue. You know, the New York Times in recent years, it's probably its most famous story is the 1619 Project, which, as I say in The War on the West, you know, is a total fabrication of American history. Nobody at Twitter thought, why don't we mute the New York Times account until it actually has a reasonable account of American history on its website and doesn't make stuff up about every founding father of America and every hero of the American Republic. They didn't think that at all. No, they just thought they'd shut down the New York Post for running something that wasn't in favor of their particular partisan hackery that day. That's why I'm really keen for an actual debate. By the way, the people I criticize in the book, all of the race hucksters, Robin DiAngelo, Ibram X. Kendi, they're not really public figures because they refuse to debate in public. They won't ever debate their ideas because their ideas would fall apart. So my belief is the more we can actually have the debate out, the better it's likely to be. You see, for instance, the people I critique in the book who attacked everyone in American history, who tried to tear American history apart and the American present apart, those people have been able to do that largely unopposed. They get wafted up from Twitter into positions at American universities. They get wafted up into Pulitzer Prizes and much more. These people have had such a run, an easy run for such a long time, and I want to help arm the American public to know how to fight back and get these people on the back foot, which is where they should be.